In the corner of Norwich, spread in a lush green 320 acres area, is the University of East Anglia. Established in the year 1963, this university has a strength of 17,195 students who come from various backgrounds, many of them being international students. But as the last semester of the academic calendar is coming to a fag end, a lot of these international students are struggling to find a job in the UK with the Tier 2 visa restrictions.
I applied for 2 companies and then I failed both of them. That's kind of the biggest challenge for me.
One of the biggest challenges for international students remains their command over English.
Yeah, I mean, the native speaker, they trying to speak really fast, and my English writing is not that good. So while starting here, like writing essay is a big challenge to me. It's really hard for me as well.
Quite hard when I first time arrived here, but if you do more communication to like foreigners, native people, it would be better than before. But still, it's quite like you need to do more communication. Yeah, that's very important.
Even for those students who have their English sorted, getting a job still remains an uphill task for them.
It's a bit difficult for international students to look for jobs here. First of all, the visa requirement for working here states that you should minimum earn £20,000, around £20,000 annually, and getting a job that pays you £20,000 annually can be a bit difficult, especially in a creative industry like I'm involved in.
The one more thing is the sponsorship of visas, right? So most of the companies, law firms also, for me, they're not ready to sponsor international students. So even if there are subpar domestic students, they're ready to take them. They don't want to invest in like someone from some other country, even though they might be much better than the domestic people. So that's one of the things in the job market, at least. And with regard to the PhD, I think that was a slightly more open market.
I imagine it makes it a lot more difficult practically to get jobs. And also, I guess, emotionally, it would probably take its toll as well if you're qualified enough to get particular jobs, if you're the right candidate. But the only thing that's stopping you is your nationality, then that would be really difficult and unfair in some ways.
Although the country's work visa laws remain to be stringent, there are some success stories as well. UEA Student Support Centre tells us.
They're working very hard on their final pieces of courseworks and exams, which of course they need to study hard for, but that's exactly the moment they should also be doing their job searches, because they only have 4 months once their course finishes to find that job, to get on the job ladder. I think things are improving every year. This year I've certainly done more Tier 2 support than I've ever done before. That's not saying a lot, because I think for undergraduates and master's students it was quite limited before, but I've seen 2 students this summer that have got offers from Deloitte and are following that through on a Tier 2 visa. I know 2 other students that have got jobs in London and are looking forward to starting those, and a few other people that have come to see me provisionally because they've got interviews organised.
When it comes to switching from Tier 4 to Tier 2, it's not always an easy job for the international students. But at the same time, it would be wrong to suggest that international students are not getting a job in this country. Looking at some news in the internet, we can clearly see that the COS sponsorship for Tier 2 has reached its cap for the record 5th month. When it comes to international companies, we might find a lot of companies in the UK which are willing to give jobs to the international students. Companies like PwC, Deloitte, EY happen to be the leading sponsors of Tier 2 visas in this country.
Start early and get as much support with your English language while you're here as you can. There's the Conversation Club, the Language Buddy scheme, or just taking that leap and talking in class.
Getting a Tier 2 work visa remains difficult but not impossible.